Well, he says he misses his country. In a new interview, the man accused of killing a New Mexico State police officer says he's considering a return to the U.S. Charlie Hill has been hiding in Cuba for 43 years. News 13's Chris McKee has a copy of that interview and showed it to the state police chief today. Chris?
Yeah, Dean, Hill is now saying he wants to come back in part to show that he's not a bad guy. State Police Chief Pete Caceres is hoping he'll make good on his words, but isn't convinced.
You miss your country?
Of course. Of course I miss my country.
One of New Mexico's most elusive accused criminals, Charlie Hill says he's now considering a return to the U.S. from Cuba.
I want to accomplish that people understand that I'm not a criminal, that I'm not a terrorist.
1971, state police say Hill and two other accused black militants were smuggling guns and explosives. Police say they killed New Mexico State Police Officer Robert Rosenblum during a traffic stop outside of Albuquerque, then hijacked a plane from the Sunport and flew to Fidel Castro's Cuba.
I don't particularly want to go into those details, you know.
CNN aired an interview with Hill today where he denied killing Rosenblum.
Are you a cop killer?
No. No, I've never killed cops. I never did get that.
News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker asked Hill that same question in 1999 when Larry tracked Hill down in Cuba.
He admitted killing Robert Rosenblum. I asked him, "Do you feel remorseful about it?" He says, "No. He got what he deserved."
On the streets of Havana.
News 13 showed State Police Chief Pete Caceres Hill's latest interview, which he called hard to watch.
I miss my family. I would like to go back to where my grandparents were born.
I'm sure that Officer Rosenblum's family would gladly like to experience the same things he's talking about coming back to.
Caceres says he's hopeful for Hill's return, but doesn't think it will happen without the federal government's help.
Yeah, it's difficult to believe. The story changes from interview to interview.
But the chief says they're ready to arrest Hill if he does return.
We have as much vigor and interest and drive as if this happened yesterday.
Now, Governor Susana Martinez has been pushing Secretary of State John Kerry to have Hill returned. The feds say they're working on it, but so far, Cuba has resisted turning over any fugitives back to the U.S. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you. Hill also said in that interview if the Cuban government forces him back to the U.S., he'll consider it a sacrifice for the Cuban people. Well, there's a